I said in a previous debate, they're blending together now, so I don't remember exactly which one it was. But when they asked about compromising on the other side, I've said this very clearly. Look, anybody who wants to help New York, whether you're a Republican, whether you're conservative, whether you're a Democrat, if you want to come down and sit down and talk about how we are going to make New York better, I want to have a conversation with you. Look, I was just noticing this. I actually have my daughter's, this is my daughter's first Father's Day gift to me, and that's my baby Grace right there. Thankfully, she's beautiful. Thankfully, she looks like her mother and not me. But if you're going to present a plan that's going to make her life better, I'll sit down with you, whether you're a Republican or whether you're a Joe Manchin conservative Democrat type. But I won't compromise with socialism. You mentioned the going into the Soviet Union. You mentioned going to the Soviet Union. My wife and Grace's mom, who I love very, very much, is actually from Lithuania. And she lived the first couple years of her life under Soviet oppression. Her mom remembers actually hiding under the bed when her father was taken to Siberia and they nationalized her farmland. To me, this is something that we're fighting, not just for the soul of our state, but the soul of our country. And the media plays such an important role in this, and I know we want to try to keep, I'm a politician, you want to keep answers to 90 seconds, it's very difficult, so I'll conclude in this. This is where I've been critical of so many in the media, not Raph, but so many in the media over the past few years, because I think we've seen a media that's acted more like Pravda than a free press. And I'll fight against that.
There's no doubt. I was just on a conference call yesterday with a bunch of media people, and that lean towards the right. But we're independent thinkers. We don't go along with these keywords for every Sunday morning news show. We're just trying to hammer the message home, for people. But I travel all over the country with Real America's Voice News. We cover all the Trump rallies, CPAC, Turning Point, primaries, elections. And one thing I love is I get to go over, to fly over country, which everyone thinks you're a bunch of hillbillies and stuff, And these people are the rugged individuals that made this country great, who came from New York, because they can't take it here anymore, So what lessons can you give to New Yorkers? Because I saw a study yesterday, I think, and it was said that New York's the least patriotic state in the Union. How do you bring that American ideal back to New Yorkers who don't have that hope anymore?
Well, I said this the other day specifically with education, when they were asking about critical race theory and teaching it, potentially gender dysphoria in schools. Look, I believe in an honest account of America. That means the good, also means the bad, but it also means the incredible. There's a reason why we have more people around the world that all the time are trying to come to the United States of America and are so proud to become citizens. I know in our hallway, when we walk home, my wife has and now I'm drawing a blank on the artist, but the 48-star flag of the United States of America that was painted in the 30s or 40s, obviously before Hawaii and Alaska joined the Union. And that was given to her by a friend the day that she ended up becoming a citizen of the United States of America more than 10 years ago, before we had ever met. There are so many people that are proud of this. We need, at least from an education standpoint, to be looking at legislation that was passed and signed into law, like Florida's 1157, the Parental Rights and Education Act, and doing stuff like that in New York, where we are actually making sure that we're not indoctrinating our kids. As governor, I'll make sure that we have more choice in education, through more charter schools, through a tax credit system, so that way parents can actually be the primary stakeholders, not just in what we're saying, but actually in having those tax dollars in their hands, so that way they can choose where they want their child to actually go.
Right.
Yeah.